You stand before a closet overflowing with cheap fashion that you rarely ever wear. Fast fashion brands dominate the shelves, many items still having their original price tags. You decide it is finally time to clear the clutter and start fresh today. Large plastic bags are stuffed with items you have not worn in several months. You drop the heavy bags at a local charity bin with a happy smile. You believe you are doing something noble by giving your old clothes to others. Your home is now clean and you feel a sense of extreme moral peace. Big brands even reward you with vouchers for donating your used polyester items today. They promise that your actions are protecting the environment and helping the poor everywhere. But a dark truth lies beneath these corporate promises and your kind charity efforts. Your clothes begin a long journey across the sea toward a very different world. Most donated items are never actually given to local people in your own country. Less than 10% are sold in local thrift stores due to low quality. The remaining 90% are crushed into massive bales by heavy industrial machines. These giant bales weigh hundreds of kilograms and are destined for poor foreign nations. Ships powered by dirty diesel carry this waste to Africa and South America now. Ghana is one of the primary dumping grounds for the global textile waste industry. Kantomanto Market in Accra is the largest second-hand clothing market in the world today. Every single week, 15 million items of old clothing arrive at this specific port. Locals call these items abroni wawu, which means clothes of a dead white man. They used to believe only a dead person would give away so much stuff. Decades ago, these clothes were high-quality cotton and very useful for the locals. Now, the rise of fast fashion has filled these bales with cheap plastic garbage. Polyester, nylon, and acrylic are just oil-based plastics turned into very low-quality threads. These items are designed to be worn only 5 times before they fall apart. Think about the local economy and how your charity actually destroys their small businesses. Traditional weavers and tailors cannot compete with clothes that cost almost nothing at all. Local craftsmanship is being wiped off the economic map by our cheap donated waste. A tailor cannot survive when shirts sell for 20 cents in the local market. We have turned these nations into a trash yard for our excessive consumer greed. 40% of the clothes in every bale are completely unusable and total waste. Poor traders borrow money to buy these bales, only to find useless rags inside. Ghana lacks the infrastructure to process this mountain of synthetic textile waste every day. The clothes are thrown into streets, slums, and rivers because there is no space. Since they are made of plastic, these clothes will never naturally rot or disappear. Heavy rains wash these rivers of clothing directly into the vast blue ocean now. Beaches in Accra are now covered in layers of discarded fashion instead of sand. In Chile, the Atacama Desert is home to artificial hills made of discarded Western clothes. Under the water, synthetic fibers act like tentacles, strangling coral reefs and killing sea life. Marine animals get trapped in the very clothes you once thought were a gift. Polyester breaks down into billions of microplastics that enter the entire global food chain. One day, the plastic from your old shirt may return on your own plate. Why does this tragedy continue every day without any real intervention or public outrage? Charity donation is the perfect cover for the exploitative business of modern fast fashion. Global corporations need you to buy new items every week to maintain their profits. They must remove the guilt of throwing away clothes so you keep on buying. Collection bins give you a moral license to go and shop for more items. Current technology cannot recycle these complex synthetic fabric blends on a large global scale. They simply move the waste from your home to a poor person's front door. No poor nation wants to receive your plastic trash disguised as a charitable gift. The real solution is buying less and choosing high-quality items that last for years. Learn to repair your clothes and wear them until they are truly worn out. Stop fueling the fast fashion machine that is choking our planet and poor people. Next time you donate, realize you are exporting your own plastic waste to others. True charity starts with consuming less and respecting the world we all share together. The fabric of our global society is being torn by the weight of waste. Hard-working people in Accra deserve a future not defined by our discarded clothing. They need the chance to build their own industry and their own fashion brands. Traditional skills are worth more than 1,000 bags of cheap used polyester. We must act now to clean the oceans and stop the flow of trash. Look beyond the marketing and see the real cost of your weekly fashion haul. Invest in things that matter and stop buying things that are made to break. Burning our waste in other countries is not a solution, it is a crime. The eyes of the world are watching how we treat our less fortunate neighbors. The path of our waste is a map of global inequality and environmental failure. Local artisans can thrive again if we stop dumping our garbage on them. Growth comes from sustainability, not from the endless consumption of cheap synthetic goods. We have the power to change the story and save the planet's future. Walk away from the cycle of greed and choose a much simpler life. A small wardrobe is better for your mind and better for the world. Natural fibers return to the earth, but plastic stays there forever to poison. The work to clean up our mess has already started in many countries. Hope remains if we change our habits and stop exporting our global problems. Every small choice you make creates a ripple across the entire global ocean. We can restore the beauty of the world by being more conscious consumers. Education is the first step toward stopping the disaster of global textile waste. A circular economy means we stop wasting and start valuing every single thread. The noise of the fashion world is loud, but the truth is quiet. One needle can fix a garment and save a continent from more trash. Joy is found in creating things that last and honoring our shared heritage. Nature was not designed to carry the weight of our discarded polyester trends. Wear your history on your sleeve and be proud of your old clothes. Delete the temptation to buy what you do not really need or want. Future cities must be built on the foundation of true environmental responsibility now. Clean water is more valuable than any cheap trendy dress you could buy. The ocean is a bridge between us, not a highway for our garbage. Support local economies and buy from people who make things with real love. Quality items tell a story that cheap fast fashion can never ever tell. A single light of truth can guide us out of this dark disaster. Take responsibility for your consumption and change the world for the much better. Respect the earth that gives us the fibers to clothe our human bodies. A new day is coming where we value life over cheap synthetic fashion. Leave a world for the next generation that is not covered in trash. The heights of human potential are reached through wisdom and extreme care today. The thread of life is precious, so let us weave it with integrity. Love the planet by making choices that do not cause any hidden harm. Prosperity is possible without the destruction of our precious global environment today. Be the change you want to see in the global fashion industry now. We only have one home, so let us stop filling it with garbage. Choose quality over quantity and save the world from this fashion disaster today.